Hello, and welcome to another Firewood News Update. My name's Kyle. I'm going to be your host and news anchor. So, the Midwest is under a major winter storm here the past week or two, Winter Storm Fern, and here in Kentucky we've had a pretty considerably cold winter. Several snowfalls in the 4 to 5 inch range earlier this fall, and now we have another one here. So there's a lot of firewood moving around right now. Michigan is proposing an external firewood quarantine for any firewood coming into the state from across state lines out of state. This is meant to control over 140 different invasive species like the Asian longhorn beetle, spotted lanternfly, oak wilt, beech bark disease, emerald ash borers. So they are trying to stop all this wood from being moved all across the country and all the pests being spread around. Many states already have this. Kentucky already has it. It's all over. There's 50-mile rules all over. We've talked about that a lot. So they're going to try to require heat treating and certification of any wood coming into the state. You have to heat the wood to 140 degrees for 60 minutes. And then this would also establish compliance and enforcement measures. And so all that restricted wood would be monitored and compliance would be enforced. There is some exemption to this rule, and that's for things like kiln-dried lumber, dimensional lumber you would find at the hardware store, wood chips no larger than 1 inch in any direction, which is pretty difficult to do. I sell wood chips, and I mean, the chippers that I've seen at all the tree services and everything, you end up with a variety of chips. I mean, sometimes you get long chips that are this long and skinny. You get sticks and things in there. So the 1 inch thing, you might have to run them through a chipper twice or have a really good chipper with really sharp blades. That would require a little extra work. Any logs that are destined for immediate processing at facilities like pellet manufacturers, veneer mills, pulp or paper mills, saw mills, composite wood factories, power plants, or any wood that is already processed into products, the above products I said, like wood pellets for pellet stoves, if they're already processed and everything, they can come in. They don't have to be retreated. But so they're trying to get that done. There is a local comment period that ends at 11:59 p.m. on February 9th, so you don't have much time. If I get this video out in time at all, you won't have much time for the public comment if you want to comment on this. But you're also required, it says anyone receiving firewood from out of state, you must keep shipping and treatment records for 36 months. If you're going to be buying wood and bringing it in from all over and wholesaling it, moving right along. Washington is also doing the same thing. They're trying to ban untreated firewood from other states. And many states are doing this already because of the emerald ash borer. But they plan on banning untreated firewood from other states. And this law is more strict than Oregon's existing law, which is their neighbor. Oregon's existing law prohibits untreated firewood from outside the Pacific Northwest, which is defined as Oregon, Washington, and Idaho. But there is some other specific laws inside the state of Oregon. You can't move firewood from Clackamas County and Clackamas, Marion, Washington, and Yamhill counties, 4 counties. And that's meant to contain the emerald ash borer. So we also see the same thing in California. California confiscates firewood that they deem a risk factor. In Canada, the USDA bans untreated firewood from coming in from Canada at the border. There's 261 firewood wholesalers in the state of Washington. But they said they couldn't identify anybody any of these suppliers that were getting their firewood from out of state. So this new proposal would basically only affect out-of-state producers that are currently not heat treating their wood. They'd have to come into compliance and buy the equipment to start heat treating their wood. And there is other methods of heat treating wood. You don't just have to use just straight heat. You can use microwave, you can use steam. And dielectric heat is the other method of heat treating. Dielectric heat is what that was called. Pretty interesting there. Not sure what that involves, but you might want to look into that process. So it's not just kiln dried. There is other ways of heat treating or treating firewood. So I thought that was interesting too. So next, Right here in Kentucky, Scottsville, Kentucky, the Allen County Sheriff's Department has warned of a firewood scam targeting their residents. Several people lost some money. When these big storms get fired up, there's quite a demand for firewood, and I guess scammers are preying on people in their time of need. It doesn't say what the scam involves or entails, but it probably involves paying somebody up front and saying they'll deliver firewood and then just never showing up. Be mindful of online deals. Just try to find a reputable person, talk to them, make sure they show up at your house with the wood before you pay somebody. Be aware of that. We're moving right along. We had a gentleman that passed away at a firewood facility from a fire. Aaron Walker was his name, and he died from burns at a hospital burn unit in Salt Lake City. These burns resulted from a December 30th fire that destroyed the firewood processing facility. I guess he was trapped inside, couldn't get out. Don't know the specifics, but a sad deal there. Prayers for his family. Also the business, they're going to have to rebuild. They lost their business. Sounds like their whole firewood processing facility got burned up and had a loss of life there. So sad deal coming out of there. We want to keep them in our thoughts and prayers. Now, the final thing we want to talk about is this new proposal in Illinois. Now, this isn't written into law yet. It's a proposal. It hasn't been finalized, so people aren't 100% sure of what this would entail. But here in Illinois, we have Democratic State Rep Amy Briel is sponsoring a measure that was formerly titled the Local Government Open Burn Permit Act. So basically, this requires anyone conducting an open burn to obtain a permit, and it would also require municipalities to set a fee of up to $5 every time you burn something. People are all up in arms about this. They're saying that it's targeting fire pits and campfires and outdoor recreation, and it's a recreation tax. Oh, whoa, I'm not really targeting campfires. That's not what it's intended for. It's only in unincorporated areas, and it's for open burns. But the way that it's worded right now, an open burn is a campfire or a fire pit or whatever. So it could be misconstrued as a taxable offense, and you just never know where that's going to head in the future. So I encourage the people of Illinois to stay tuned into that. It's House Bill 4459 filed at the Illinois Capitol. That is the firewood news for today. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to go ahead and get the heck out of here and get this video posted up. See y'all later.